Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, dude. Okay, now so what we need to do is make this video, right? And then we'll send it to Rapolis and have Rapolis react to me reacting to the reaction of a video. So, real quick, LazyPeon made a video. Of course, we're going to be linking it and everything, right? About video. He's made several videos about other things, and what I really wanted to do was just watch it and give my hot takes on like the stuff he's talking about, as somebody that's been playing the game literally since day one, and to this day haven't burned out or stopped playing it, and actually still enjoy playing the game. And obviously making content for the game and everything, right? So trying to be up to date with all the things changing. Yeah, basically a lot of the stuff that's happened to video over the last year or so has been very quality of life oriented and new player improved experience oriented. So let's dive into it and let's see what's gonna happen here.
How about spending money?
Yes!
No? Big titty anime waifus wearing porn star attire, screaming whilst massacring hundreds of creatures in seconds.
Ooh.
Yeah,
we do love
that can be
movies.
Fun. How about casinos?
Oh, is that a hacker?
You ever been to one?
Yes,
no need. This game's got you covered. Giant open world, life skills, get on a big fucking ship and sail across the ocean.
What?
Fun gamer words. Open world PvP, My Little Pony Simulator.
That's crazy.
3 different optional sub-fees. Castle Sieges.
Okay, I want to say that that's so fucking true. That's one of the things where, like, please PA, shape the fuck up. Literally 3 different optional sub fees. With the value pack and the camera blessing and the new Old Moon book. Honestly, dude, make it all into one and just keep it at the same. Like, it's super stupid. The buffs are great. A lot of this stuff should just be there normally.
Castle Sieges, world bosses, player housing, random number generation. Spend 500 hours grinding with absolutely nothing to show for it. Pay for convenience.
That is not true. That is not true. It's not thousands of hours or hundreds of hours. It's tens of thousands of hours with nothing to show for it except onset brain damage. So it's not entirely true. You do get something to show for it.
Black Desert Online for years has been one of the most polarizing games in the MMORPG space.
Yeah, it sure has.
Some people absolutely despise it, whilst for others, it's the only game they play.
Because they're fucking addicted.
This piece...
That's me. That's fair, that's fair. I think one of the reasons that it was so polarizing is honestly the perception of the pay to win in the game. Like, you will have people playing Lost Ark that's gonna come in and be like, oh my god, is it true videos pay to win? I'm like... Or World of Warcraft for that matter. Like, it's just a completely different universe, and the reason that the perception of pay to win videos is so big is because of the outroar the community did whenever they introduced the value pack and stuff.
I had fun playing this game
is like
too.
A toxic relationship that you can't leave because the sex is sometimes good and you've invested too much time and money. Recently, the game dropped a brand new expansion with a new class,
intro
new
though.
zone,
Like
and
the
other
intro
stuff.
is fun.
So I jumped
it's
back
great.
in to see if it's any good. Next level character for the new
So I
class
actually saw him there. Yeah. I knew he had access to it.
But apparently, in the lore, she has the power of dragons inside of her. If it wasn't for the preview armor...
Wait, so Blizzard stole this one too? Damn.
Oh, dude, that's right. Wait, that's true. Blizzard came out with the new like a Dragon Isle or Dragon Flight or whatever the fuck it's called expansion, right? With a new dragon. Like, I remember seeing that. I was like Dracania, Draconian, or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, dude, really?
I logged into
it's kind of true. There's a lot of
to check out the newly updated new player experience.
Okay.
This time you start in the city of Duvenkroon rather than Velia, which
Right,
didn't
so now we
make
get
a
into
whole
the
lot
meat
of
of it,
sense to
right?
me considering all the monsters in this region are fairly high level. I started out with the usual talk to NPC and spam R key, then a cutscene.
Oh my god! Like, do I even have to say anything here? You're assuming he didn't start by reading. Maybe he did read the story at the start and decided it wasn't worth it, so time to start spamming up.
Considering all the monsters in this region are fairly high level. I started out with the usual talk to NPC and spam R key, then a cutscene with mediocre voice acting.
fuck you mean? Not only does he say that he just started spamming R, he shows he spams R. This is the point, right? He goes into it as a veteran player where he wants to get to the meat of the game. And I can tell you this from somebody, like, I've done now a couple of sponsored streams where I go into a new game and you're like, well, you kind of want to get to the game, but you also like need to do the story stuff. And when you have people watching you making content, like you want to kind of get over that, and you a lot of times you don't get to sit there and enjoy it for what it is and what it's meant to be, right? So for him, he's probably going there and it's like, well, just got to get through it. It is what it is, right? But the way you either skip it completely, go to normal stuff, just skip that stuff, right? Or the new one, or that is part of it. It's meant to give you an actual like lore experience with the new stuff. And if you don't like that, by all means.
Environment looks exactly the same as the other zones during the winter seasonal events.
And I love it. I love the winter
assets,
stuff.
A lack of interesting points of interest in the distance, and questing through this place was mind-numbing. This new player experience has been a bit bizarre so far. I've just
yes, mind-numbing just been
NPC, talking to them, haven't done any combat in about 15 minutes of questing and playing the game.
So, yeah, no wonder this guy quit Final Fantasy the first time.
Yeah, there you go, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. They stole all this from fucking Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
that's what it's meant to be.
And there's a lot of people, right? And like, think about it, right? This is the same dude that probably dropped 1,000 hours in the New World, the same as I did, right? And so like he just likes that kind of a game, you know, game you just get on and you play the fucking game. It is what it is. It's acceptable. It's understandable.
Yeah, like 100%, like that's what it comes down to. Depends on what you go into it. And again, as a veteran, you're used to just ignore the lore, spam R, get through it, get leveled up, start playing the actual game, right? But of course it's going to be mind-numbing when it's the entire expansion leveling experience is meant to be a lore story. Yeah, like if you don't like that kind of thing, of course, dude. Like that of course it's gonna be boring if that's not what you want to do, if that's not your approach to it, but there's other ways around that. New World lore. No, the point was he liked New World because there was no lore. Like you just went in, you played the game, right? You go in, you start killing mobs, you start leveling up. It's one of the things that with World of Warcraft was pretty good as well, right? You just go in, you talk to this guy, fucking reading chaps. You just go in, you play the game, you start killing. Literally level 1, your first quest, go kill some wolves and get some pelts. Right, this game, sorry, not this game, this story arc is all about, it's like copying Final Fantasy storytelling a lot. Now that I played it a bit, I at least know in the beginning, where it's all about the storytelling, the characters and everything. And then you do a bit of fighting here and there. It is what it is, but it's all about presenting the story. And that is what BDO tried to do with the new expansion. So if you're coming into it, wanting to play like level 1, go kill stuff, well, no, of course it's going to be bad.
I'm finally going to get the chance to fight something.
Wow.
Bit weird. Just get the chance to check out some new class.
I do want to agree with one thing here. There was not enough fighting.
Feel the weight of her weapon. It feels so...
See, like, whenever he says feel the weight of her weapon, I'm thinking, man, she's attacking really slow.
I agree with
like,
this.
I'm sorry, but like, this is so slow. Holy shit.
Heavy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Pretty much.
Like, that's, like, I never understood, like, the weight. She feels very slow in the beginning. It's because you're missing attack speed on her and everything like that. She's way quicker later on, but like it's wait, like I never got it. If she's a bit slow in the beginning, I was said about Gunning, but that's because she's missing a lot of stuff and abilities, and he obviously doesn't know how to play her. It's level 1 or whatever. I do agree with one criticism here. BDO combat is fucking amazing, and again, watching some people playing for the first time BDO over the last couple of weeks here, and streaming it and the story and everything, there's not enough combat in the beginning. There needs to be a bit more quest where you get to feel the character's combat, because it is so good. It is so good. It doesn't need to be go out and kill these, go out and kill that. Who cares about those quests, right? The storytelling, there just needs to be more combat stuff to do, because that's what hooks you in. Like, you're not going to get hooked in BDO by the story. You need to feel the combat. You need to feel those abilities and everything. That is what really just hooks you in, man.
There's hardly any combat, just run around auto-pathing
I
to
agree.
NPCs,
There needs to be
spamming
more
R,
combat.
and watch a cutscene every now and again. It felt
that's
like a
not
mobile
what it meant
game,
for.
and I couldn't
It felt like Final Fantasy or Lost Ark. There's a lot of
There we
games
go, it felt
that
like
are
Final Fantasy.
this. I mean, to be
I
fair,
100% agree.
and it's like I try to play through it. This is what I did with Lost Ark, right? I played through the story and I did it authentically. I did it as if I wanted to care about the story and I wanted to care about the characters. And to be honest, I think it made my experience better. I enjoyed the game more because of it. And it's like, yes, this is not an S tier story, but they still have characters that are interesting and fun.
True and real. Like, so that's the same. I started playing some Final Fantasy as well. And my approach to that was, well, I knew the story was good, right? And dungeons. So I went in. I think I'm only like level 22 or something like that. I've done the first dungeon. But reading all the chat logs, listening to all the stories, watching all the cutscenes, all of that. And coming from BDO, that was very different because the story previously was presented really bad. You were spamming R, it was way too much reading, just like you don't read the quest in World of Warcraft, right? Oh, I need to go kill this, great, let's go. But the entire point of the new region here was to give you a better presentation of lore, and it's meant for a lore experience. Getting to know these characters actually and creating bonds and experience with that. And so if you're not looking for that, well, it becomes fucking boring, right? But I do agree there should be more combat in the questline because that's what's really gonna get people hooked. And for a new player experience, right? You get a different approach to it than if you're a veteran trying to play it, just want to get through it. So it is, yeah, like what do you expect? You're skipping questing in what's meant to be a quest experience. Yeah, but I mean, you could just watch the stuff, right? But we know this.
They've literally designed something worse than what they had years ago.
Yes, and this is the point. This is why he's having a bad experience. It's because he's playing the game the way he played it years ago. And years ago, if you do the normal questing experience, there is way more combat. There's not a lot of reading. You can skip everything, etc., etc. And you get more combat, whereas this new player, this leveling experience he's playing right now, is meant to be focused on lore and history. So if you're trying to apply your R spamming, get my booty, do some combat experience to the lore experience, it's going to be worse because there's less combat. There's less of the stuff that you, as a veteran, probably enjoy in video, which is the combat, dude. Like, the combat is freaking amazing. And I get that he wants to get to that. But like, why even play the new lore experience if you're not gonna do it, right? It's like playing, again, Final Fantasy is a great example. Playing Final Fantasy, going through the entire leveling experience, right? Imagine doing that. Imagine going and playing Final Fantasy from level 1 and then just spamming escape or whatever on all the chat and being like, oh my god, the leveling experience is so bad in Final Fantasy. I'm not gonna read any of the chat. I'm not gonna listen to any of the dialogue. I'm not gonna watch any of the cutscenes. I mean, honestly, it's perfectly fine, but just do a level boost then. If you want to get into it, just do a level boost. It's fine. So, like, I think that's where the disconnect is coming. He's playing the game like he used to play it, but he's playing it in a section of the game that's not meant for that.
Load of RNG boxes.
No, don't click it!
To claim
Don't
too,
do it!
So that left my
GG. You're
inventory
fucked, dude.
nice and clogged up.
Why would you do that?
I feel like one thing
Why
that
would you do
would
that?
probably make me quit this game is this. It would be that I would make backwards progress. Like,
Yes. That is one of the things that probably the most of my friends that quit over the years quit over was that. Like the backwards progress. And this isn't addressed here, but I know it's a massive concern to a lot of people because it used to be a big thing. It's not really a thing anymore. The way they redesigned progression for a new player perspective is now you get the season server. So you join in as a new player and you have Tuvala gear, which is extremely easy to upgrade. And like you get it for free kind of because it's an additional drop to enhance it where you're grinding anyway. So it's all additional to what you were doing already. And it's extremely easy to upgrade. you get a lot of crunch zones along, so you can crun it, which will protect you from downgrading the gear, right? And there's ways to make backups on it. Yeah, check out my enhancing video for Tovala, right? on the tips and tricks, so you can make sure you can get full pin Tovala. So that's a season gear, right? That's a new player experience. You get full pin Tovala, pretty much no problems. You can do it in 1 to 2 weeks, being a completely new player that's never played the game before, and playing a couple, like 1 to 2 hours a day probably. By 2 weeks, and the season lasts potentially months, right? You will almost guaranteed have full pin Tovala. I know people that play it can do it in 1 to 2 days, right? Go really hard. And after that, you get a full set of Chet gear, and there's now a new system to guarantee upgrade your Chet boss gear to pin gear. So right now, there's no backwards progression. You cannot fuck this up. You can only move forward if you utilize the new systems, and it's way cheaper and easier to then go from the Chet boss, guarantee upgrade to pin gear. The items are so cheap on the marketplace because of this, that you can, while you make 2-3 pieces, you will make enough silver to buy the last couple of pieces of the marketplace if you don't want to use the progression, the upgrade system after that, right? And now you're looking at full pin boss gear, and the next upgrade from that is like Kafra levels, which is again a non-downgradable system where you just put power into the armor pieces and weapon pieces to give them more stats, and you again cannot fuck this up. There's no backwards progression. The only time where you might run into backwards progression is if you're going for like pin accessories. Chet accessories, buy them. And again, I want to show this here real quick. Let's check here, right? So this is on my character right now. So if you don't want to, you straight up don't have to. You do not have to enhance after season ever again in BDO. Some of the absolutely most geared players in anywhere are people that do zero enhancing, except for like the very, very last items like the Fallen Guard stuff. Like all of these things here, you can go in and you can literally buy them. Prices fluctuate quite a bit, very, very cheap. This is like twice the price as people used to pay for Chet Ogre rings. One of the last Chet Ogres that was sold with the old marketplace was sold to Sethian, who bought it for 25 billion. A Chet Ogre, right? It's like the game has changed so much. 722 gear score gamer here, I bought it all. Like that's what I mean. So the game is so different. You literally do not have to worry about backwards progression ever again in BDO. It is not a thing unless you want to gamble yourself. And if you want to do that, it's fun, but you're gonna get fucked. So just make sure you loop up before you do it. It's great stream content. Like we do enhancing every Friday, trying to upgrade our things. But you really don't have to. You really want to use backup gear for it, right? That's the way it is. And also with how easy available. So this is also different from back in the days. Getting backup gear to enhance on is so easy. You get stacks thrown in your head from doing seasons and all that. Backup gear, armor pieces you can use are literally sitting on the marketplace. It's a completely different game. It's a completely different experience. And most of this has happened over the last, I want to say, year and a half.
All that, I got a pop-up for a new UI menu called the Progression Pass. When I first saw it, I assumed it was some kind of paid battle pass thing, but it's not. It just gives you a bunch of tasks with incremental rewards, eventually leading up to you getting a piece of pen armor and pen weapon for free.
It teaches you about it, right? There we go. So that's the misunderstanding. You don't get it for free, but you get some stuff, right? You get some rewards. But do you even get rewards? No, I think you have to turn it to just get enhancement stuff, right? So you don't actually get the guaranteed pen stuff. Oh wait, receive? Nice, I'll take that. But it helps you guide you to get it, right? So it's just a misunderstanding. But this system here is what I talked about. There is a guaranteed pin upgrade system now. It's not just one piece; it's literally all of them. And what this is, it guides you to how to do it and get to do it. You can come and milk all those others you want.
Did any of this.
Life in
And we do have some big milkers in video.
BDO isn't too bad if you just want to chill out, play the economy game and set up your node empire whilst making a good honest living. Sure, you're still running around in circles one way or another, but these circles feel different. They're the kind of circles where you've got the time to look around, get immersed in the world, and smack the sausage to your favourite Nier Automata hentai on the
It's like he put on Axe body spray to hide the fact that he didn't shower for 2 weeks. I don't know how I could possibly ever relate to that.
But like,
That's what it is. And look, here's the thing, right? Is that it does not look like me, and so
that does look like him.
I just like.
Except, well, at least he doesn't wear a hat to hide the top of his head. So I'll give him that. But everything else looks pretty good.
Okay. Oh no! What happened? I just got fucking wrecked, and I lost.
Oh, beautiful rib crystals. What happened was he wasn't doing the mechanics right. I know this is crazy. No lights, no fun. Exactly. That's another thing that's changed a lot over the years with newer grind spots. They're adding sort of mechanics and functions to them. And honestly, with the new region coming out, they nailed it. Like, they keep expanding on the concept of running in circles and improving on it. Fun stuff. Also annoying stuff at times, right? But constantly getting better at making new and interesting mechanics for the grind spots. And this is like one of them, right? You gotta kill the lights. You gotta flood the area with lights.
2 RBF crystals.
You didn't kill the wizard, you didn't kill anything.
Mystery Knight has appeared. What is going on here? The grind spot's like flashing weird colours.
That's cool, I like that.
Oh god, dude, they're fucking wrecking me.
How does he only have 3,700 HP? What the hell? He has like 10 distos on, so he has no DP. He's literally like 320 DP, no journals or whatever, yeah.
Are they empowered? Ooh,
yes, they are
run
empowered.
away.
Well, they got red names.
You need to kill the lights.
That means they're mad.
Me. At this point, I decided to revisit one of my favourite pastimes in BDO from back in the day. Horsing the fuck out of random people.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. And then placing traps.
Yes. Oh, I
Wait,
love it.
why did you just
those
knock
traps
the
off.
guy
That's
off?
the best thing about BDO. A little lolly girl on her horse. Nay, nay,
What?
motherfucker. Another one. Oh, this person's not AFK.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
He's just running her over? Dude, maybe this game is good.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like this is what the open world does, and I know a lot of people don't like the fact that you can flag up and stuff like that, but obviously you get a karma penalty if you kill people. But this is one of the reasons that I think is a lot of fun. Like, that's why I don't like the idea of fast travel. I love that you can just autopath in this game because you are part of the game. It's griefer, it's bullying, sure, but it's fun, right? You can get a lot of fun out of it. Look, I'm not saying you should go out and do it. Like, there's player interactions, good and bad player interactions. But that gives you a connection to the world and the players. Some of my best friends in BDO came from open world PvP.
Caused myself.
And then it turns around.
Oh no, my horse.
Oh my
My
god.
horse.
That
They
horse
killed
didn't roll.
We lost our horse, but we didn't lose our pride. PvP players rejoice. After all these years,
They added
there's a new
arena,
point
right?
capture
Yeah.
RBF added to BDO,
Yeah.
setting
Here's another
Valencia
thing.
City. Of course, to even step foot inside without getting one-tapped, you're going to want to have close to hard-capped gear, which is months of grinding.
That's just not correct. Like, that's completely incorrect. Like, he walks up, he gets shot out of combat. On top of that, this is one of those things where he comes in, and this is my big criticism of the video. LazyPeon is his perspective is a veteran player returning to the game. He plays the game like he used to play the game, and he's giving information aimed at new players. So as a new player, there is season RBF, right? So you can go in, and the thing about season is you play in season and you can only meet other season players. There's gear limit, it's very easy to get, etc, etc. You all start from the zero and you keep everything afterwards. So if you think about playing the game, make a season character, right? So you will only find equally geared players. if you, as a new player, on season, play season. It's like months of stuff. And then afterwards, if you want to experience RBF, you can make a trial character. It's a super high level gear now, and you can go and have fun. You get the same rewards and everything. On top of that, they are actually introducing, and I think from when this was recorded to when it is now, there is buffs to lower gear players in these places. So you definitely don't need hard cap. People will go in on season characters and frag out. Not season, trial characters and frag out. Because of the mechanics of the place. When you're defending a spot, your DP gets lowered and you can get killed. With my gear, I am hard cap DP, like defensive. I will get killed by a trial character if I'm defending a spot. So play around the objectives, even if you're doing uncapped RBF. Also, there's a base stat buff on people joining. So the difference isn't as big as if there were no stat boots. But there is a difference, of course. But for a new player perspective, this is completely incorrect. You can literally just play season only, and you will be against equally geared players all the way through.
Damn.
Over the past few years, such as more difficult PvE content and
That's
dungeons, but nothing that fundamentally would make someone who quit the game in the past want to come back. Here's a list of dev content currently in the game.
Should we go through the list here? Garmoth RBF, yeah, fuck Garmoth RBF. Stupid as please get rid of the gimmicks. Please remove, like, it's fine with those vases, whatever, okay? But remove that Garmoth thingy from it, like, it's too gimmick. Team battle, right, sure, whatever. 1v1 ballerina, yeah, exactly. BA1, like, 1v1 ballerina, to my knowledge, is always full, but it's on specific channels that people do it. Because, well, of course it is. I see videos every single day about people doing it. I fight in BA1 every day for hours, right? So again, yeah, you just go to the right channel. Valencia. Like, it's completely reworked. Like, obviously he probably don't know. It seems like this list is an old list. Valencia, like, I'm literally in Valencia. You guys saw me here at the start of the stream. I'm in Valencia right now on my season character. When I first arrived there was 5 people PvPing. I literally got to the grind spot. 5 people was PvPing. I go into the grind spot. There's literally 3 guys grinding there in one. And I swapped channel. And there's 2 other guys grinding on another channel in the spot. I didn't even go out to look at that. Like, it's fucking packed. It's super good. Crazy crowded. It's reworked. Maybe it's not aware about this. So sure. It's super packed. Yeah, I was on season, right? He's playing on Sia, Jeffries. So maybe that's it. Guess non-season? No, dude, I can promise you there's people non-season as well. Yeah. Valterra training? Yep, dead content. Who cares though? Guild bosses? Yeah, I think that's pretty dead. Node wars? Siege wars? I guess there's some node wars that are not that active, but at least the T1 is, again, if we're looking at this from a new player view, right? Holy shit, T1 is popping. T1 node wars are popping. Usage, yeah, open world PvP, like, this is what I mean. Like, all the PvP stuff is just like, not an EU. Like, sure, regions from area to area might be different. He's sincere. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's just not completely correct. Pro T2 is popping. Right, sure, T2 as well. Like, the T3 and T4, sure, that shit is dead, right? But there's a lot of node wars going on. He's not aware of stuff that isn't blindly obvious to him, but it seems like he really doesn't want to put in the effort. Find out what's changed. No, and that's why I'm doing this, Mr. Ace. It's a lot, right? So here's the thing. You cannot expect somebody, even a veteran returning, to know everything, right? You're gonna go in with it, you're gonna play it with your experience. I have no fucking qualms with this. The thing I'm doing is just trying to point out some stuff that I feel are incorrect or he's missing info about. That's it, right? And this list is probably Heathen's list. Yeah, I gotta be honest, it's probably Heathen's list. And the game is not catering towards us anymore. But we are also a very, very, very small minority of players. So I will agree with a lot of things Heathen is saying. but that doesn't mean that what he is saying and what I will agree with is applied to 99.9% of the players playing the game. Does this make sense to everyone? So if your perspective is in-game PvP and PvP in general and stuff like that, it holds a lot of weight what he is saying. I will pretty much agree with every fucking thing he's saying, but that's a specific perspective. What I'm trying to do and what the reason for this video is not meant for people like me and Heathen, right? It's meant for new players thinking about the game. And that's where it's flawed, because in that sense, this is completely incorrect. I was just on Arsha season. I started this stream 10 a.m. Central European time. Let me see, what time is that? 10 a.m. CST to, is it EST? That's 4 a.m. in EST. PST, what is it PST? PST, okay. That's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Monday morning, I log on and I see 5 people fighting. One a.m. Monday morning. I bet if I go there now, I could probably find some people. Yeah, 4 a.m. EST, right? So I don't agree that there's no open world PvP or GBGs. I think it really comes down to where you are, who you're fighting, and what guild you're in. And again, if this is a list from Heathen, it makes sense because, like, I don't get a whole lot of open world PvP. I'm not looking for it either, though. And the people I would be looking for is vastly different than what a new player would be running into. Savage Rift, it's not only dead content, it's not in the game anymore. Altar of Blood, well, it's not in the game anymore. They moved it out. So this will be relevant to something else coming up, right? They removed Savage Rift and Altar of Blood to rework it and update it, right? Hunting is literally the best life skill in the game right now, right? Yeah, it's literally the best life skill in the game right now. This one rivals the best grinding. Like, it's just crazy. Fishing, fair. When did this video come out? Yesterday. Hearsay list. Objection. Overruled. Actually, this hearsay. Bartering is not dead content. I think there's a list of things that you can do. No, this is a list of dead content.
But nothing
And that's why we're going over it.
that fundamentally would make someone who quit the game in the past want to come back. Here's a list of dead content currently in the game.
Here's a list of dead content currently in the game. That's why we're reacting to it and going over it. Bartering, absolutely great for people that want to do it. It's awesome. It's just not something you do as your main thing. It's great for people that are like tapping in and out of the game, maybe playing BDO while sitting in lectures or at work. Not that I advise it, but there you go, right? It's great for tapping in. Alchemy, yeah, alchemy sucks. It's not dead, but it fucking sucks. Trading, it's sort of buffed. I agree, like it got a life skill rework on it. It needs a full rework of land trading. It's not dead, people do it. Like, nothing has changed with trading, like making trade crates. People still do it, I still do it. It's just worth more now, but it was never alive. Does this make sense? Trading was never alive outside of, what's it called? Like active trading early on. Yeah, they buffed it. So, like, sure, you can see it as dead content, but it's the same as always been. It's still doing something we're doing. Field bosses, pretty buffed, right? They did a lot of buff to field bosses, especially with the artifacts. A lot of people run field bosses now, pick them up. I don't think, especially like with the event score, I don't think this is dead content. It's just not worth doing. I don't fucking do it. I know some people love running field bosses, but it's not amazing. The seals, right? Yeah, the seals are crazy. Mansions, it's... Mansions being dead content? Yeah, you are Dread. Wait, that's like saying role playing on Caltheon 2 is dead content. Like it's a like what? I don't understand how this can even be like mansions is what you. Yeah, you exactly use mansions for RP. They're expanding on the stuff you can do in mansions, just new quests coming out and things like that. I can't. I like what? Like I don't understand how that could be dead content. It's literally RP. Do what you wanted or not. That's simple. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't understand how that could be dead content. Yeah, like what? It's something fun to do. People do it. Like I don't know. I don't. Imperial Auction. Yep, that's not getting used at all. Harpooning. Yep, sucked. Underwater. Wait, what? What was the last one? Underwater Gathering. Yep, definitely. Dead. What's the last one? Mansions. Yar. Imperial Auctions. Harpooning and Underwater Gathering and. Okay. I don't know. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Okay, fair point. Fair point. That's fucking savage. Fair point. It has gotten some changes though, but fair point. Okay. That's fair. Okay, I'll give him that one. You know what? That he's gonna end on a W for that one. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
The BDO Steam reviews, 73 to 76% mostly positive. Everything I've said in this video is wrong and debunked. Don't listen to me. Read the reviews for yourself and definitely play the game. I'm sure you won't regret it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Follow me on social media, leave a comment for the algorithm gods, and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, that was a pretty decent video. I feel like that was fair enough. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that was a fair video?
No, I don't think. Thank you for asking, Asmon. I appreciate it. I think it was a fair video from the perspective of the guy making it. Somebody that used to play, coming in and playing it the way he used to play it, and not knowing about all the changes for a new player perspective. So I think it was fair enough with an incorrect premise. Thank you, MDK. Right. But yeah, there you go. That's my 2 cents on this. I hope you enjoyed it, and let's go grind.